Oh, ladies and gentlemen, if there's anybody even here yet, got a few games going on. Chiefs, Rams. Rams are already 7-0. Tennessee, Washington, they're still on their first drive. And Buffalo and Miami, they're already getting close to halftime. He had people downfield. I don't know why he didn't take that shot. What's up, Dan? We're just chilling until Connor gets in here, until we start doing the Giants and Texans game as promised. So I figured, there's a bunch of games going on. I'm just sitting around. How you doing today, man? You ready for the Chicago trip or what? Baker Mayfield looking for, ooh, that was a nice little dot there to Anthony Schwartz. Tua's got a little pressure. Ooh, lucky that's a linebacker. Lucky that's a linebacker. Or that's a big ass safety, but I'm pretty sure that's a linebacker. Nice little run by Curtis down low. Hell yeah. Let's go, baby. I'm excited, Miami was fun, though. My biggest regret from Miami was not being there for the beginning, when it was like, it seemed like the most hype. I feel like the pinnacle was that dinner that everyone was at Fogo de Chao, but missing kind of like the early days on the beach and stuff. By the time I got there, it seemed like everybody was already tired. So, but it'll be fun. Still got to book the flights and everything. But I get to be a roommate with Cam, who's in the bottom box right now, doing his thing, playing Ben. Oh, nice run by Cam Akers. That's a nice solid run by Cameron Akers. I'm getting notification. That must be Cam. Because as I say, I'm getting these little Slack noises. Except for 1, the lottery reveal, obviously. 2, the dinners. 3, biting Justin and B-ball. Dan, I was thinking about it, and you can let me know your opinion on it. I was thinking about, because I used to do it with a group of buddies of mine, and we haven't done it in a while because the person who kind of ran the whole thing and kind of really was the most passionate about it ended up moving away. But we'd have once a year where we basically did like an Olympic Games of stuff that we'd all compete against each other. So we'd have, like bowling, we'd have like cornhole, basketball, football, or basically football, we'd be like whoever throws it the farthest and punts it the farthest, stuff like that. We'd all have like a competition throughout the day, where we do that stuff and we tally up the scores, and one person gets to hoist the trophy of being, the guy. Forget what we called it, but I thought that might be something fun that we could do, or we could get, a group of guys, we all just go out there and compete against each other with little things. Oh, I'm terribly athletic, so I'd suck at that, but I wouldn't be last. That's fun though. Yeah, I mean, honestly, most of these guys I'm talking about are younger than me and in much better shape, so I also wasn't performing as well as I'd like, because in my prime, I know what I kicked all their asses, but it was definitely a lot of fun though, and it just gets the competitive juices flowing, and you don't necessarily have to be super athletic, because some of them like bowling, you don't need to be super athletic to bowl, and there's like cornhole, you don't need to be super athletic for that, and usually the basketball one is just like you play fucking, I don't remember what it was. It was like horse or best free throw percentage or something like that. But, something that you don't have to be in like super shape. You don't have to see who runs the fastest mile or anything like that. Love that concept. Yeah, it's fun. It's a good time. Been a while. We had one time where we did like a bicycle race thing that I hated. I hated that one. Cardio. Hit the guy underneath, Ben. Or just chuck it downfield to Ridley. That works too. Getting close to that time, Connor will be popping in here in the Discord.
Getting close to that time.
Hey, look at that, man. Did you literally just pop in as I said that?
Yeah, like 10 seconds ago. I'm here though. I'm ready.
Oh, awesome, man. Yeah, I just kind of have, I don't know if you saw it on the channel or not, but I just threw it on there and went triple box. So we just been talking. Just me and Morty and Dan just chatting away.
Always love talking with those two.
Yeah, waiting for this game to pop on. I was talking to Dan because I was telling him about something I might want to introduce in Chicago. Something I used to do with my friends here locally. We used to have like a competition where we would do like multiple events, basically like Olympics, where we'd have, you know, different categories like bowling and cornhole and football, basketball, and do all these different little competitions and like tally up points, and whoever wins the most wins. And just something that I thought be a good time killer or something while we're there in Chicago for a few days. We all just compete against each other with different things. I thought that might be fun.
Well, anything strength related, I'm gonna be in last place, but that sounds like a lot of fun. I'm down.
It's usually, and Dan was just saying because he says he's not super athletic. But I was just saying like even the football thing was just like who could throw it the furthest, who could, and then last, yeah. Sorry, you might be last in that one, but other ones are super simple, like you know, bowling. You don't have to be athletic to do that. You don't have to be athletic to do cornhole, but it's different. Just a little competitive darts. I think was something we did once. But there's a bunch of stuff that you could do that's fun. Something I introduced BL Tennis 20. Oh shit, there you go.
There we go.
There we go.
That's more my speed. That's more my
there
speed.
we go. To be honest, you should keep this going once my game starts. Lucky says. I mean, Connor, your thought. I don't have a quad box. I can definitely pop it up.
The only issue with that is I could see like this Rams Chiefs game and the Washington Tennessee game. I could see that becoming like non-competitive pretty quickly. So
yeah. I mean, I'll update people, but I think our traditional. I appreciate you tuning in, though, Lucky. I don't want to ruin your plans. Our plans were doing your game, Lucky, and you're fucking it up, trying to not fuck it up. So
I don't get paid all this donation money for this. All $0.
I was curious. I like looked back and see how many subs we had since like the inception. This is a pretty decent number. I was very proud of. BL. Very proud of the turnout. I think 95% of it was Cam and Boz.
I was about to say, yeah, Cam's holding us up.
Okay, for sure. As we see him down low trying to win a game here against Miami. Somebody, man, he gave props to Cam because he's been somebody that has been just here and having himself a good time. He's never like, I feel like not been a like super like competitive and been like a Super Bowl contender every year. And I joke around because Ben was soft. We said who would be the users that like if they were losing would just quit. And one of them proved my point. But you know, somebody like him and like a Matt, people like that are the backbones of the leagues, man.
I mean, you know, Cam and Matt and all of them are proof that like you don't need to have 32 like super competitive, super like gritty users in here necessarily. You know, Cam has a lot of fun with his Michigan men. You know, Matt's just in here day in and day out, obviously trying to get better, but you know, he takes the L's with a smile on his face. I mean, yeah, those are, like you said, that's the backbone of a solid league. You know, I wouldn't replace Cam or Matt with anyone, honestly.
No, sure. Did they give you Lucky? I guess you're in here. How much longer are we talking for your game to start, or are you live already that I don't know about? Anyways, I'll let him get that figured out. I'm gonna take a window from this, go over here, and then go back full screen here. Yeah, and then your 8:45 says Warren. Okay, cool. Well, I'll pull up the stream then. Your thoughts on like the logistics for like the reveal and like the lottery? I mean, we're gonna have to.
Yeah, I mean, I've been trying to think of the best way to do the lottery because you know the reveal show, excuse me, because like lottery, obviously, you know,
that's
Dan's got that down to a science at this point. It's just he does what he does. For the reveal show, I mean, I agree with what you were saying about maybe it won't be as difficult as I was thinking to kind of get the interview synced up between people who are on Discord and people who are obviously in person. But I'm just trying to think of like, you know, obviously we want to experience the lottery there in the same room in person. I guess we'll just have to write down, like, I guess like as soon as the lottery's over, we'll just have to like go to a room together. As hot as that sounds, we'll have to go to a room together and just hash out like who got who and then just get the reveal show going as soon as we can.
Yeah, I mean, I think that we just whatever the order is, we just write it down and then we just go back later and that way we can enjoy it live and then go back and put it together. As long as we film putting it together, I guess, just to prove it, just to prove it.
A lot of conspiracy theorists in the league.
It says just be a few minutes. My stream's up. Okay, Warren's streaming. I don't know if I'm following you, Warren. Oh, I don't even know what Warren's stream is. All right, hold on.
Oh gosh, let me see.
You put it in the Better League Network chat.
Warren 123. Yeah, I'll post it.
Yeah.
I'll post it.
What was I gonna say? Dan says he apparently had one ball for all. That's a terrible idea. It sucks. So don't waste your time pondering, says Dan about his great idea that could be anticlimactic. Well, I mean, I won't ponder on it, but I'd love to hear it. Still would love to hear it.
Yeah, Warren's Warren streams up. I just posted it.
Yeah, cool. I got you, bro. Yeah, I mean, damn, 100%. You know, I'm okay with hearing anything. Okay.
Cloud running nanos. What, Dan? That's so unlike him.
That doesn't
sound like I
right
spent an
at all.
entire fucking game 2 seasons ago having to deal with that. I'm sorry, I shouldn't be yelling already. Game hasn't even started. I'm still mad.
Fix this. Come on. Oh, I gotta press this button.
Ooh, good read out of Cam.
Cam, solid player, man. Solid player.
You know what's weird is, like, I feel like Cam has almost gotten more competitive since he started the whole Michigan thing. Like, even though he's got a worse team, I feel like he's been playing better.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, and as soon as I say that, he gets laid out and fumbles at that stuff.
All right.
Kiss of death, baby.
Let's go full screen to...
All right, let's get it.
Oops, why is this window at the bottom? There it goes. All right. We're full screen with the Lucky and Warren here. We got ourselves interconference or whatever it's called, AFC, NFC. I've played the Texans twice since he's joined the league, and I say he's a really solid user, and I think that he'd been here from start to finish, that I feel like he'd be even more competitive. And you play Lucky and no Lucky on the regular. So kind of give me your thoughts on have you played Warren yet?
No, I sure haven't. I mean, I know he comes from top. I believe he is a guy who just recently joined the league. Obviously, really, really skilled, like you were saying. It sounds like he's been playing Madden at an elite level before any of the other 31 of us. So good on him. When you look at the stats, pretty similar passing efficiency, pretty similar on the ground as well. Saquon and Gatorade Kadarius Toney both average around 4.5 yards per carry. So there's not a lot separating them, at least statistically, on the offensive side of the ball.
Right.
I think what separates them, at least on paper, is Warren has a really good defense. First in points given up, first in passing yards given up. He does a really, really solid job with clamps. Whereas Lucky, I think sometimes, and I've said this before, and I know he's hearing this, but I think sometimes he does a bit too much on defense, and I would say the same thing about Dan, where sometimes like you see them doing like a million adjustments and like using their deep safety and doing all this shit. And it's like sometimes you just gotta do the Justin route, come out in baseline cover three, or come out in cover two, and then just just do your thing in that way. My prediction is Warren by a touchdown. I would obviously love to see it go the other way. I'm a tremendous fan of Lucky's in all ways, but that's my official prediction for this one.
Warren, I know that's Warren's very somebody who's been playing Madden for a long time, and he's posted the pictures to him at like tournaments and stuff like that, and so I know he knows the knowledge. And I've played him twice, and it was the same thing both times, where it was kind of a scoring fest in the first half, and then in the second half, it seemed like I made the adjustment, figured out what he wanted to do, and he didn't like get away from that, which then I was able to get some user picks from him both times. So kind of interested to see, and I would say that Lucky is a better user as far as like user ability on defense to like do a user lurk than I am.
I would agree.
And so I anticipate that will he be able to kind of figure it out sooner, or will Warren kind of get more so to the run game, because he is definitely more of a pass first user, or maybe just because of the players he has. But here we are now with the Texans taking over, and I think both of them have really good records. I don't remember off the top of my head, but both of them are playoff users as we sit today. As Houston Texan and Patterson, superstar quarterback, is going to go ahead and drop back to start. He has McKinney open, but instead he's going to go ahead and get hit, and that ball falls to the ground. Warren's going to have to work on his quality here. This is some low-end shit right here. Your thoughts?
Yeah, a bit of a dangerous read there. He tried to kind of throw out a sack. I think he was going to the guy that Lucky was just all over. So a little bit lucky, I'd say, for Patterson that first pass wasn't a pick.
And that's something else I was going to talk about Hall of Famers here in a second. As Kadarius Toney, great job finding a hole there, and that's going to be questionably the first down. Let's see if they give it to him. They do not, 3rd and inches, but I was just going to say Michael Holloman is just an absolute stud, and I think is going to be a Hall of Famer when it's all said and done. And McKinney won't be a Hall of Famer, the tight end, but he's definitely a weapon.
Yeah, Holloman has to be, like you were saying. He's, I'll let you call this play, and then I'll talk about him real quick.
Patterson drops back. He's looking for B, wants B, and the Giants weren't able to go ahead and get it in there. Able to fit it in between 3 defenders. Holloman brings it in as we're talking about him.
That's a dot out of Patterson. But yeah, Holloman has to be a Hall of Famer. You're right. I mean, he's had 3 different users. It's been a very, he's been coached by a lot of different users, if you will, but he's remained a beast, remained an excellent deep threat the entire time as Patterson dropped back out to the instant dump off there. McKinney, the 6'9" tight end there for about a gain of 5.
If you wonder
he's another physical specimen.
If you wonder what it would look like if LeBron James played in the NFL, it would be McKinney.
Yes.
That's what I imagined it would look like, as I think they're the same height, 6'9", and And I assume LeBron's pretty fast. I don't know his 40 time or anything like that. Tane says Texans 6-2, might be 6-3 now. Yeah. So
both users are 6-2 going into this game. Yeah.
Awesome. Patterson drops back. He wants to be underneath. It's not there, so he's going to dump underneath the other side to Tony, who was a wide receiver, who was on the Giants, and then now on the Texans again. Another 3rd and inches.
Yeah, I mean, it's so hard to account for the check down in this Madden, especially if it's on both sides of the field at the same time like that. But you have to know that's where Warren likes to go, especially early in the game. It is dump off city for these Texans, and like I just got to adjust to that here.
Drops back. Here comes the pressure, but picked up very well. He had a spot where he could step up and maybe run for that first down, but he got a big sack there by Stephon Tuitt, 4th and 9. And here comes that. It looks like he's going to use his coach's decision very early in the game. Your thoughts on that?
4th and 9, it's tough to say, and I mean that's another example of what I was saying is like he had the crosser wide open, but he was looking at those drag routes I think underneath, and once those were open, he tried to kind of like panic go for the post. I don't like using the decision this early, especially when you only get one of them, but here we go.
And it hits Holloman. Holloman, can he power in? He does get the first down with a dive, and I think he would have had it easily if he didn't dive, but able to go ahead and get that big first down on a 4th and 9 early. No more coach's decision unless you're Phil.
Unless you're half the league, I think, but this. Yeah, good dive there for the first down. Good awareness by Warren there to go for the dive. I think you're right. I think he would have had it regardless, but removed all doubt there. Goes for the dive, and in Madden 22, those are near automatic.
We got a question in the chat we'll get to after this play. Hand off to Kadarius Toney. Toney able to go ahead and try to break it outside, and then brought down by easily the safety who I was really big on in the draft. Anyways, Dan says, will Holloman recover from the embarrassment of last week, that safety? I'm not sure what was going on. I watched that and I had no idea what was happening. Patterson drops back, hits underneath number 7 Hamler, I believe, and Hamler will get close to the first down.
Yeah, again, those quick dump offs, you got to understand that that's Warren's first look here if you're lucky. But there he had the trips on the left side. Obviously, Lucky was trying to take away the RPO, but instead that quick slant, that's a good kind of user buster there.
Patterson drops back. We saw a user on the D-line, and that's covered well. Kadarius Toney tried to come back around, and now he doesn't have any more coach's decision. It's a 4th and 4, so he's forced to punt it.
Got to kick it. Yep, and good on him for knowing the rules there, not going for it a second time. And yeah, that's a good clamps there. Obviously, he was able to take away the flats. And I don't love the way, obviously, people have used Kadarius Toney primarily as a running back. I don't love that. Like obviously he was a slot receiver with the Gators, and it seemed like as soon as who had the Texans first, as soon as Ben moved him to running back, it seemed like everyone just kind of like followed suit. I would move Toney straight back to wide receiver if I were a Texans user, but that's not my decision.
I mean, he's the best option they have, I think, on the roster. I think he's like a 95 or 96 running back. So he's no slouch as far as the ratings are concerned. And I just feel like he's not used very much. And I'm not sure what his abilities are. Because is he superstar? He might be superstar. I'm not sure. But 1st and 10 here. A field goal, we don't see a whole lot in Madden 22. But now the Giants, Lucky's Giants taking over. And Lucky's always been a user that usually has one solid run in him every cycle, and he hasn't had it yet this cycle from my knowledge, so he might be due, but we'll see as Mahomes hands it off to Barkley, who's brought down very quickly, maybe at the line of scrimmage, able to get a yard.
Good job filling the gap there by Warren. Yeah, Lucky, obviously, as he said, always has that run in him. He has made the playoffs, I want to say, every season, but I think he only has one playoff win, maybe 2. I'm not entirely sure. Dan's going to have to get on me there, but he's consistently making the wild card round and then consistently getting bounced. So we'll see. He did acquire Patrick Mahomes, acquired that easy mode. Maybe that's the difference here in the NFC. We'll see.
You got to think it can't hurt. As Mahomes drops back, he's got a man underneath, and he's going to go ahead and dump Ingram. Ingram able to go ahead and get it, and that's just easy peasy, man. These tight ends in this game, it's just so easy to get them open.
Absolutely, especially these big, fast tight ends. Obviously, Evan Ingram, has the drops in real life, but that's not so much of a concern in Madden. He's just a matchup nightmare. He's got the speed, he's got the physicality. He's really tough to account for in the game of Madden.
Mahomes back under center here. Going to go ahead and do a counter to Barkley, and a great job there by the Texans. Again, I remember him just bottling up Jonathan Taylor. I felt like I had to pass almost every play. He's a very solid defensive user, as you said at the beginning of the game.
Absolutely. Barkley does have that evasive. We saw that little subtle juke, if you will, that made a man miss. That's something that we'll have to see. Now, obviously, like you said, it's kind of a battle of Lucky's really good in the open field with that evasive versus Warren, who's one of the better defensive users in the league in terms of wrap-up tackles. We'll see who's able to win that battle.
Drops back, a little bit of pressure, but able to go ahead and aim that back inside as opposed to the sideline. That's a great throw. Evan Ingram just shoving people off, says, "Get off me!" Able to go ahead and get a big first down.
Regression not doing much for Ingram there. He's not quite as fast, quite as physical as he was at the beginning of the cycle, but man, he told 3 Texans to get off him on that play, and good recognition there. The 5-man blitz came screaming through. Lucky finding the quick dump off there. That was good recognition. You know, a lot of users would panic in that situation.
I'm usually good about remembering where people went to college, but Evan Ingram is just drawing a blank for me as he throws it upfield to the other tight end. Hodges able to get it in for the touchdown.
Jeez, those seam shots, baby, especially with Gunslinger. It's almost impossible to guard, especially when you get trapped there as the user. Yeah, that's just wide open first read for Lucky. Good drive by him. You know, it was pretty easy. You know, he wasn't asked to do a whole lot there necessarily. Every read was wide open, but that's a good start for the Giants. Obviously, trying to move up to 7-2. Maybe try to win the division here over Little Alex for, I believe, the first time all cycle.
I believe that would be the first time all cycle, and you know, that was a division that we really thought. Well, actually, I thought would be more of a toss-up with Chase and Lucky and Little Alex, but Little Alex really proven, as I think you predicted, to be really dominant in that division.
Yeah, I mean, Little Alex is just, you know, he was a step above last cycle. He's been so far a step above this cycle, but Lucky has been slowly getting better and better, and I really do think the acquisition of Mahomes is really going to be the final step he needs.
Wow, terrible blocking from Houston. I think they literally just let them all run by. I don't know what Patterson did to the offensive line, but they really showed a message there.
The Bliss just came screaming through. Yeah, I mean, if he had one more second, that was a wide open, like 50-yard game. But Blitz.
Only a 3-man rush now, and he's still got pretty decent pressure as he dumps it down to Holloman with a pretty decent spin, able to get maybe 5 yards on that. So now we're going to have a 3rd and 15, and that's not where you want to be.
Warren got stick as the gamer tag. He really does have stick in the open field. Obviously, you know, a spin's mighty easy in Madden 22, but if he's able to get in the open field, which we haven't really seen yet, prepare for him to expose some Giants defenders here.
Oh, wow. In Patterson's shotgun formation, he's got 3 wide receivers and McKinney. That's just basically the biggest player on the field. Going ahead and drop back. Again, only a 3-man rush, so he's got plenty of time. He wants Holloman, but instead, the knockdown by the linebacker. Well played there, and that's going to bring a 4th and 15. Here comes the punt unit. Update real quickly. LA Rams up 35-0. Who cares? And then the Titans, Washington was up 21-14, and they were in the red zone, and then boom, pick 6 in the red to take them back. So now it's 28-14 Washington, and the Dolphins are up 38-24 with about 5 minutes left in that game.
Wait, I'm sorry, CMass. Did you just tell me that Alex had the ball in the red zone and fucked up? That sounds so unlike him.
That was the opposite. So Washington's up 21-14,
well,
and Cloud had it in the red zone and threw a pick 6.
Damn.
Yeah,
trying to get my jokes off.
Yeah, that was close though. Barkley just shaking off defenders. They're just literally just bouncing off of him. Sometimes I don't even bother juking or anything because it just seems like people just bounce off you sometimes, especially for like a Nick Chubb or a Saquon Barkley. They just bounce off you.
Yeah, man. I mean, power running is not quite as powerful as I was expecting heading into the cycle, but still, those Nick Chubbs, those Barkleys, yeah, they can get freaky in the open field if you let them. Ooh, good play action.
He's got Evan Ingram. He throws it, perfect throw from Mahomes. And that's going to go ahead and bring it down. And that's the end of the first quarter here. Put your 2s in the chat as the Giants are up 7-3.
This is the 3rd time already that we've seen Warren's user bite hard on play action. I'm sure that's something Lucky's keeping in the back of his mind. That was how he scored the touchdown on the seam route, and then that's why that was wide open. Warren really trying to stop Saquon Barkley, but Lucky doing a good job of timing up the play action so far.
Another handoff to Barkley. Barkley's trying to bounce it outside, able to go ahead and get to the edge, gets the first down, tries to drew back inside, and then brought down, but not after he gets a good chunk. 1st and 10 from the 13.
Yeah, I don't really have anything profound to say. Lucky's just playing well so far. You know, this is a good run-pass balance. He's kind of got he's had Warren's user, I should say, on the back foot really all game. Good RPO call there. Warren's user didn't really know what to do, and he's knocking on the doorstep of a multi-possession lead, which in Madden 22 is massive.
That is huge. We got a pistol set from Mahomes here, and that is going to be handed off to Barkley. And Barkley, for some reason, cuts it to the opposite side of the field, but it worked out. Able to get close. I thought he had easily could have got a few yards on the left-hand side, but proves me wrong. Gets 8 yards on the right-hand side.
Lucky uses more pistol sets than almost anyone in the league, and he uses a lot of plays that I don't see anyone else run personally. You know, a lot of people think that pistol as a whole in Madden is just ineffective, and, I agree in some ways, but Lucky's figured out a scheme with it, and I respect it.
I loved pistol season 1 with Lamar, but once I got out Lamar, I no longer used it very much. But it has some good plays, especially with the mobile quarterback. Holmes drops back, a lot of read options. Hits the man, does the low ball, that falls incomplete. He thought he'd try to sneak that one in there, and it had a chance, but it fell to the ground, 3rd and 2.
Yeah, low ball prevents the pick there, but that's not a read I love. Going to the passing game in general on the 5-yard line when you have Saquon on a 2nd and 2 is an interesting call, and then even more that read. I don't know. Lucky's gonna want that back. A bit lucky in my opinion. That wasn't a pick.
If I'm lucky here, I try to spread them out and then just go for the run. And if I don't get the first down, I'm going for it. And he's going to hand it off to him, and he's not going to get the first down. And like I said, I would go for this. Let's see what he decides to do. It is fully legal, not a coach's decision, so let's see what he decides.
All day long you go for this, unless you're Cody. Cody, I think, is the only user in the league who would take his 3 here.
Cody would punt it here for some reason.
I just don't trust the kicker, man. I don't know.
It's
off for a punt.
That's just a tough angle, guys. Tough angle. Cody says PP. I don't think he said that before. Then he says, oh. Lucky really thinking hard about it, I guess wanting to find the right play. And I might see, usually out of this pistol formation, it's an RPO stretch or a read option is usually the most popular plays out of this. Let's see what he decides to do. It is an RPO. Hands it off to Parker. Great job by the Texans. Aaron Donald to bring him down. And you know what? Not too big of a risk because it's first and 5 from his own 5. First, you know what I mean.
That was actually, great play by Aaron Donald, who, to be honest, I had no idea was a Texan until just now. But, maybe ratings do matter on the D-line. That was an absolutely beautiful block shed, and the panic tackle there by Donald prevailing the first down.
Love it. Kadarius Toney trying to get to the edge, and then good tackle there by Ruby, number 56. Able to go ahead and 2nd and 8. The Giants allowed to wear number 56? I thought they retired that. And I wish Madden would update that retired numbers would not be able to be used. That's just my opinion.
That'll be a feature in Men 26.
Yeah. Patterson drops back all day, throws it to the that route that everybody loves to Parker, and now it's going to be a 3rd and short here. Patterson, decent start, 8 for 10, 53 yards.
I'll say it again. I don't think we've seen Patterson throw it more than 5-10 yards downfield the entire game. That's not a shot at Warren whatsoever. I'm just saying if you're lucky, I think he has recognized it, and it's just that's just the deal here with Patterson. He loves his checkdowns.
For sure. He's definitely looking inside, outside, under 10 yards. And there it is again as, gonna give it to him with the toe drag swag from KJ Hamler for the first down.
People don't love going to those out routes, especially when it's the wide or the receiver on the wide side of the field like that. But, when it's that open, Jesus God, it doesn't matter how bad your route running is. That's first down.
Yeah, when there's that much room and they're that far off, they're still effective. But, yeah, they're nowhere near like they used to be, where it's just like an absolute automatic. As Patterson now is going to go ahead and drop back, and I like the user from Cross, and he's got all day. RB's open. He's going to head and fit it. No! Easily with the pick. This could be a pick 6 if he able to get to the edge. He's got the speed, and they miss again. Hey, he could go all the way. Touchdown, Giants!
The speed out of Easley there. That was absolutely beautiful. I thought there's no way he's going to get the pick 6 there, but made the jukes, and man, maybe that's why Patterson doesn't throw it more than 5 yards downfield, because the one time he takes a deep shot, pick by the safety, touchdown Giants. And again, multi-possession lead, about to get the ball as well, start the second half. You are in a big hole here if you're Warren.
I thought that was probably going to be a completion. I thought that it was a good decision, but Easley just made such a great, jump on the ball, and an unfortunate animation for the Texans that he got the catch as opposed to the wide receiver. And I don't know what Holloman's doing here. Looking like the punt from back in the last game. 1st and 10 from the 12-yard line. Warren's just kind of out here just having a good time.
And how do you feel about using your superstar, obviously the best receiver on the field? How do you feel about using him in the return game? Because you're risking injury, and you're also, depleting stamina there.
Patterson drops back. I'll give you my thoughts in a second. He wants wide. Nice little lob there. Able to get it to Holloman. Gets it outside. My thoughts are, for me, I feel like I don't see many injuries in game. It just seems like it's always practice. Always seems to be practice. So I don't mind it. But personally, most of the time, I'm not returning kicks. Patterson drops back. He wants RB. X is there if he wants him. He throws it upfield. Oh, just overthrows it. And again, maybe that's why he doesn't throw more than 10 yards.
If he had just had a second more in the pocket there, because Lucky was having to choose between guarding that post route and guarding the scissors route, either way, he would have had a guy wide open. But the pressure, and the 4-man rush got through. He was forced to throw that a bit earlier.
Throws that on the Texas route, or the Cody route, as some call it, and that's an easy first down for Kadarius Toney, former Gator. Great.
Shout out Cody, shout out Ben on those angle routes. Good read there to Kadarius Toney. Again, he's got the rushing stats. He's also a very capable receiver, as we saw in college, and that's wide open.
Patterson again in the shotgun formation with Toney in the backfield. It is going to be a trap play, and Toney just brought down quickly by number 18. Great job there, staying disciplined, not falling for that trap, and get 2nd and 9.
Obviously, it didn't work there. I love those trap plays out of gun, man. Like, if you can get the blocking setup just right, it's like a guaranteed first down.
Absolutely. Patterson in the shotgun formation, 3 wide receivers to the left-hand side. I believe we've got a trips over there. It is. He drops back. He wants Tony again. Had him for a second, and instead throws it up the field into double coverage, and that's intercepted by Easley again. Easley having a hell of a game.
MVP of the game so far is Easley, and I think that was really good using by Lucky, honestly. Like, I get what you're saying about maybe he had the angle for a split second, but I thought Lucky did a really good job of cutting it off where it would have had to be just a split second read. Instead, tries to force it deep, and once again, I hate to repeat myself, the second time Patterson tries to go downfield, and that is the second pick to Easley. Great game out of Easley, my God.
Absolutely fantastic start for this New York Giants team. And we talked about in the pregame, you said that Warren was probably going to be your pick. And, for me, this isn't what I normally see out of Warren. Defensively, yeah, that's what I see out of Warren. But offensively, he's usually a lot more conservative and able to hit those checkdowns. And, tight throw there by Mahomes. Able to go ahead and get it in.
Yeah, that's a read you trust with Gunslinger. Obviously, not quite able to bring it. If you're Lucky going into this drive, obviously you're trying to score. You don't need the color commentator to tell you that, ladies and gentlemen. But more than anything, you're trying to waste time. Like, even if it ends up being 14-3 at halftime, you're about to get the ball in a really good position. You just don't want to give Warren time to try to get some momentum before the first half ends.
Hot take there from Connor saying that you're trying to score on this drive. I don't know if
the game is about scoring points, boys.
I don't know if I agree with that. But Cam, go ahead and hit us with a subscription for 22 straight months, which is long as we've been in existence as the Better League Network. Mahomes drops back, pretty clean pocket. He wants to throw it underneath. I thought that was picked off, but Saquon able to go ahead and get that one in. And I thought the Texans were going to get a break there, but unfortunately, backfield mismatch, able to go ahead and take advantage.
People just blindly trust those routes, man. I don't know. It's like that and the scissors route is like people will just throw it no matter what the defensive look is. And again, I'd say for the second time, maybe a little lucky that wasn't the pick. Although, like you said, backfield mismatch, I guess you trust that more than you would.
Yeah, I see that escape play a lot. And it just seems like everybody just waits on that specific route. And I don't understand it. But I see it a lot, and I see it work a lot. So it is going to be an RPO. He throws it outside to Woodbury. Woodbury gets laid the fuck out by number 27, and that's going to be now a 2nd and 7.
And if I'm Houston, I'm probably calling timeout at this point to try to preserve some time, but at the same time, maybe
Cody
he's just a little.
Sorry, I thought you were done.
Oh shit! Well, no, you're good. You're good. Fuck
Cody
me.
with the prime sub for now 9 straight months. Cody, what the hell? What happened? Cam set the with 22 straight months. You're only 9 months. What's going on here? Mahomes drops back. He could have stepped up, but instead rolls out. He wants that guy. He's going to throw it. That's a terrible decision. That's picked off by the linebacker. 45. Big play there by Johnson. 1st and 10, and Texans got their break.
Game wants him to kick a field goal, too. I don't know about that, Madden, but again, you'll see Lucky do that once or twice a game, right? It makes no sense. Like, you're up 14-3. Why would you make an even remotely risky read? But that's just Lucky for you, man. Oh, my God.
Easily almost had his 3rd pick of the game, but instead the ball falls instantly to the ground. I thought he had Tony on that wheel route, but instead he throws it underneath. And we said at the beginning of the game that's his first read. Is those two basically he usually has at least one drag underneath and wants to hit it, and it just wasn't there. Lucky doing a great job on defense. Patterson's got to find a way to take his team to get a touchdown here. Drops back. He wants speed. Not there. Ace taken up well. And can he fit it over the safety? And it falls to the ground. Hamler not able to bring that one in.
Boy, 2 straight throws by Patterson that really could have been interceptions. Lucky's doing a really good job of keying in now on Warren's preferred reads. He's taking away those drag routes, those intermediate crossing routes approach every time. And 3rd and 10 here.
Patterson drops back. He's got X. He hits McKinney. McKinney, does he have the strength? No, he's going to be short. And this is perfectly legal, ladies and gentlemen. 4th and 1 here. And it looks like immediately decides to go for it. Your thoughts on that?
Yeah, you have to, I think. 4th and 1, like, Madden 22. I don't even care what the game situation is. Like, you just got to go for it.
If you kick a field goal here, it is a 1-possession game. But he drops back, immediately throws to that out route, and Holloman able to go ahead and get the 1st down.
Morty, you asked this question a long time ago, and I completely ignored you. The Chicago trip is July 15th through the 18th, and I think we're thinking about doing the lottery and reveal show there, too. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
I don't even think they're thinking about it anymore. I think it's just like a damn near certainty.
It's happening. It's happening.
That at least the lottery is happening in that time frame. Will we even be able to get the season in by then? I don't even know. But
we will.
Patterson drops back. He's there if he wants him, but I don't think he has set feet lead. But instead throws it to McKinney. McKinney, can he get the toe drag sock? He does, down at the 1-yard line. And now that clock continues to click. And I think it's a perfect scenario for him.
Call timeout if you're New York. Well, too late now.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Tony able to go ahead and get hit sticks almost in, and then timeout from New York. See, that's when I think he should just let it go and let Houston call timeout. But interesting timeout choices here.
Well, I mean, no point talking about it now. It's too late.
I'd run it again, despite the formation I'm seeing. And then Tony brought down. I don't like trap plays in a short yard situation. That's just my personal opinion. I know you're a bigger fan of it. Your thoughts?
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm a big fan of it when you have field to work with, but yeah, in that situation where the defense is all compressed like that, it's not ideal.
Yeah, I was going to say, he's probably looking for an out route here. Not seeing it. He may get McKinney in the back of the end zone on that. On that play. He wants Tony as well. Not there. I don't see anything.
Oh,
and
boy.
That's going to fall to the ground. And now we got a 4th and goal from the 1. Again, perfectly legal if he chose to go for it instead. Now, this is the one I really thought he would go for. But he is going to go ahead and take the field goal, I guess, and make it a 1-score game.
See, he came out in a fake field goal look, saw they came out of base defense, and then audible. I would have, if you're going to do a fake field goal there for Houston, just call timeout and go for it. Right. I don't know, 1 yard.
Yeah. If I'm going to fake a field goal or a punt, it's going to be like a 4th and longer, not something I could easily get if I just went for it. And plus, that would have counted as a coach's decision, so he can't legally do that because he already did his coach's decision. And goes down, you know my thoughts of people going down. But that is halftime now, as we have ourselves a 14-6 game, a score we don't see very often in an M22 game at halftime. Your thoughts on the game so far?
It's a fun game. I mean, it feels like they're really playing a chess match in terms of, Lucky's doing a good job, or has done a good job so far of taking away Warren's preferred reads. And once he's done that, we've seen Warren, get a little bit more aggressive with his reads, push it a bit more downfield. Obviously, easily shut a lot of that down. But it's a good game so far. This would be such a different game if it weren't for just that one Mahomes interception. That was just like a blatantly bad read. Yeah. And bad, just game management by Lucky to even try to fit that into the first place. But regardless, up 8 with ball. You're in a good position here if you're Lucky. You just got to kind of hold serve here on this first drive and see what you can do.
Yeah, if I'm Lucky, I'm not being super aggressive at all. I mean, I'm just going to head and just kind of dump it down, give it to Barkley, and let my defense keep playing the way they are. Because right now, this Houston Texans offense just can't really get anything going. Now we got a 6-yard run, 2nd and 4.
Again, evasive. I mean, I hate to keep saying it, but he's going to, those jukes, whether you're using it or not, it's going to be a pretty automatic first broken tackle.
I've got Jonathan Taylor with evasive, and I can't seem to get him to do jukes like that. I don't understand. Maybe it's something I'm doing wrong. What the hell just happened? The ball falls to the ground. We might have a CFM fumble, but man, I felt like laying.
I don't know if he got touched down. I need to.
Well, here comes.
Yeah, they're probably going to overturn it.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Anyways.
That was a weird one. I've never seen it like that before. He was on the ground and then just lets go of the ball. Oh my gosh.
I had one where Pitts caught it, and then I don't even think he took a step and the ball came out, and they said it was a fumble, and they returned it and said it was a catch, and I'm just really confused. I was like, man, I don't even think it should have been a catch. But here comes. Oh, he's gonna throw it outside again to Slayton. Slayton, can he make that 1-man miss? No. Buda Baker able to bring him down, but a solid gain there on first down, 2nd and 4.
Yeah, keep it going on first down. Obviously, give yourself 2nd and short where really, every play is available to you. This is where, these are the situations, these 2nd and shorts, 3rd and shorts, where the play action is most effective because, he's going to be playing the run first most likely, but coming out in pistol.
Yeah, I hate the defense formation right now. Hands it off to Barkley. Barkley, oh, God, that's such a dirty animation. Takes it outside and able to go ahead and stiff arm out of bounds. And that's the kind of animations that I feel like only Barkley gets. I had him last cycle. I don't see anybody else get that little slide underneath one right there. Fantastic run there by the New York Giants.
Barkley's a menace, man. And this is why, I said it in my Super Bowl pregame interview, and we won't talk about how that Super Bowl went, but that was why I said, if Lucky were to become more like King, especially with Mahomes having Gunslinger, where he goes just real run heavy, interesting.
Wow. How does that ball get completed? If I'm the Texans, I'm very frustrated after that play because I thought that should have been a throw out a sack and potentially a pick. But instead, it's a damn near perfect, accurate throw. What is that mechanics there? I have no idea, but a first down nonetheless for Evan Ingram.
He does have quick draw. I don't know if that's why that happened, but I have seen, having had Mahomes last cycle or last season.
He didn't even complete the throwing motion. He throws the seam and picked off. Richie Grant, Atlanta Falcon, able to go ahead and take this one out from the end zone. This could be a pick six if he has enough speed. He's 88 speed. Evan Ingram trying to bring him down. Misses. Is the last man to grab him. Richie Grant takes it back for a huge pick six.
Oh my goodness, how quickly the game can change here again. I hate to keep saying it, Lucky will make those reads every once in a while. That's a part of the experience. I understand why he tried to fit that in, but man, I mean,
I don't understand why.
Trust Saquon. Trust Saquon. Jesus.
And that's probably the worst 2-point attempt I've ever seen. As it falls to the ground, down by 2 still. Alex says, "Go Warren." We've seen 3 touchdowns in this game, and 2 of them have been pick sixes, which probably neither of us thought. I say, and you say, this could be a pick six as a joke and as the meme, but goddamn, they both have found a way to get great returns and put points on the board for their offenses.
Yeah, man, both defenses have really shown up, especially in the red zone. I mean, this is again, this is not like a type of game that you see a lot in Madden 22. It's a nice kind of change of pace here. I like it.
And off to Barkley, and Barkley's got to make Dickerson miss, which he does. Oh, I thought he was going to get that strip animation. That ball falls to the ground with Barkley. Now 2nd and 5.
Yeah, that's one thing I hate on defense is like you're set up for the strip animation and then another defender comes and just like wraps him up and you're like, God, just step away for 1 second. Let me strip it.
Hey, I'll be right back.
All right, no worries. 2nd and 5 here. I guess I'm the play-by-play announcer here. He will drop back. Patrick Mahomes, 4-man rush. I don't see anything open. No, instead he has a wide-open crossing here. Woodbury unable to stay in bounds, but that's a nice read out of Patrick Mahomes. And I'm surprised, we're seeing Mahomes look deep. I thought he would have been a little gun shy on this drive, but did a great job. And guess I'll keep going here as play-by-play man. Again, this is why they don't pay me enough. Y'all filling in both roles here in the Better League Network booths here. So we have a power content here. Saquon Barkley. Ooh, gets wrapped up there. I thought that could have broken for a second. I may be a second ahead, a second behind, whatever. It is what it is. We try our best here. 2nd and 5. Alex with the 5-3 record. How you feeling about that? With Gunslinger, too.
I'm back.
3-game losing streak, 1 point. All right. I was just talking shit to young Alex, so that's
good.
all that was.
So the usual.
Yeah,
we're already at 4 minutes in the 3rd quarter. Oh yeah, look at that. Okay, well, good timing. All right, Mahomes is gonna go ahead and drop back. I thought he had him in there, and he's got. Oh, what the hell?
Oh my God.
All right then. 3rd and 5 here.
I swear they've jacked up the injuries this season. I've seen like 2 or 3 game injuries like every time, especially on extra points, which kind of pisses me off. But
yeah, it's the worst.
Yeah.
Or it's like somebody is. I'm thinking of penalties.
Oh, inside zone. Well,
I mean, I would.
Yeah.
3rd and 5 here. He's making an adjustment. We're not sure what it is because we're seeing Warren's gameplay right now. As you see, Richie Grant obviously looking like he wants to blitz. Not there. And he throws to the comeback there. And Terry will go ahead and bring that one down. Gets up and then brought down. Great job there. Alex, what'd you do with Gunslinger last season, Connor?
I mean, beat your ass, made the NFC Championship. I don't know. What are you doing right now?
I mean, oh yeah, I was
Ivan Seed.
I want to talk even more trash, but I would just be AFC trash. But I haven't even haven't even contributed to the AFC dominance this cycle. As that's a good run there on 1st and 10, making it a 2nd and manageable there, and just a bruised shoulder for the Texans player. He'll be back in the game shortly.
Well, you say that, but he brought in the backup, so I don't know. Maybe Houston.
Have you noticed that, like, even if you say bring backup in, the starter comes back in a few plays later anyways, so.
EA doesn't care.
Yeah, they're just like, oh, yeah, you want the backup? You're just kidding. Here comes the starter. 1st and goal here.
1st and goal to 9.
Oh, wow. Look at us.
Wow.
Simpatico. Look at us. Who would have thought?
That's the chemistry, ladies and gentlemen. That's years of announcing together. That's what that is.
Yeah, that clip that was the what was it called? BL something where I'm screaming my head off and you're screaming my head off back at me. It all started there of the perfect simpatico. As a handoff to Barkley here. Again, that trap play. Both these users love that trap play. And then brought down to the 5-yard line. And we get about 4 yards there, so 2nd and goal now.
I will be very surprised if we see Mahomes drop back. We've seen him already throw an interception in the situation, damn near throw another one. Again, in the goal line situation a couple drives ago, I think we're going to see a heavy dose of Saquon here.
I was going to say, I can see an RPO. Don't know a lot of RPOs out of this set, except for the Cam one that he did early in the cycle. It is a counter, and just a fantastic job. I don't know how he does that. It seems like he gets locked up with the lineman, but just immediately gets off, and I don't know how he does it.
Yeah, he did a really good job there. I can't even, just from like a technical standpoint, I don't know how you do that. We're able to get your, linebackers to just be like ignored by the blockers, but beautiful stuff.
It used to be like the blocker would come at you, you would just run backwards for like a half second, and then they would just forget about you and you'd turn around again. That was that last cycle. That was always fun. 3rd and goal, same exact formation. He is going to drop back the pass. Throws it outside with Gunslinger in for the touchdown.
Absolutely beautiful, man. Once again, he's we've already seen a couple shaky reads by Mahomes, but there he's able to shake it off, throw an absolute succulent dot to the back corner there to Slayton, and back up multiple possessions. Again, it has not been a perfect game from Lucky whatsoever. He's made 2 questionable decisions, but despite those, still found himself up multiple possessions. As long as he keeps driving on offense, he will win this game. It's just, can he continue to be efficient on offense?
Yeah, and that's why you go out and get a gunslinger, because otherwise that would have been a field goal or a pick. If he had attempted that throw, and that's a holding more than likely on this return. Lucky is going to accept it like a scumbag. First, I'm just kidding. 1st and 10 from the 9-yard line. I was going to say something. Sorry, too late now. Anyways, Patterson under center here. I love the fact that he uses cross and all that speed. Hand off to Katoni. I don't know why he used that hole, but it worked out. Able to go ahead and get the first down.
Yeah, Tony, 7 rushes, 23 yards. We've seen a very, very pass-happy attack here by Warren. I mean, like you said, he is pass first. I don't know if he's like this pass first usually, but bit better job of bounce there. But yeah, I mean, I would not have taken that hole either, but he did a good job.
Interesting he keeps Hamler on that little comeback there. I'd rather see him send him deep to take that deep safety out of the picture. But it is going to be a play action here. It does take him out. So he did do it. Okay, I just didn't see it. He throws it up to Holloman. Able to go ahead and get and stay in bounds. Great job there. Good spin by Holloman. Holloman taken out of bounds. And, let me ask you this. Sweet life of Cam and CMass in Chicago. That's funny. Let me ask you this. Are we thinking J.C. Burns or Michael Holloman? Who do you think has been
J.C. Burns, man. J.C. Burns.
Burns, no doubt.
Yeah.
And you think that's user-driven? That decision?
Yeah, it sure is.
That is intercepted by number 38, Kevin Reed. Something Reed. I forget his name. Justin Reed. That's right, NC State. Able to go ahead and bring it in.
I sure didn't know what college he was from, so good job there. But, man, Warren's really just thrown himself out of this game. Patterson, that's his 3rd pick. All of them on deep shots. Yeah,
it's just not like him normally.
I don't know. No,
he's
really
doing a
not.
fantastic job on this run D. I tell you what. I mean, 18 rushes under 6 yards. You'll take that. You'll take that. I played.
Just like he'll take this. Watch out for the chat. Put your 4s in the chat.
Throw them up in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. Hand off to Barkley. Barkley cuts it back inside. I thought he could have gotten the edge more. Able to go ahead and get a 3rd and short now, a 3rd and 4. And I see all those 4s come rolling in to the
from
chat.
Warren and Cody who are playing games right now. That's funny.
I think Cody's up by like 6 million. So I don't think it matters. There is another game that just started. Oh yeah, Chap and Ryan. Ryan, congratulations, playing a game for the first time this cycle. Evan Ingram gonna go ahead and get. Oh my goodness! Evan Ingram, does he have the speed to get all the way there with a stick up his ass? Evan Ingram in the end zone for the touchdown.
That might be GG's there. I don't want to kiss a death anyone, but that is a pretty debilitating touchdown there for New York. They try to go for it here. To go up 3 possessions here. God, those tight end corners, man, with Gunslinger, that's a lethal combination.
Over 2, hands it off to Barkley. Barkley tries to get no, it's going to be brought down. And 27-12, you said it, you don't want to kiss a death anybody, but certainly seemed like you are.
Well, I mean, now I take it back because it's only a 2-possession game. I was kind of assuming he would convert that, to be honest with you, but I don't know. We've seen Warren just take one too many just risky deep shots. It's interesting.
Yeah, there's Warren in the chat. Imagine throwing missiles with your quarterback. King says it's the BLN bright lights that got Warren shook. I don't know if there's any truth to that. He's definitely played in bigger stages than Better League Network. I don't know what they are. Allegedly. To me, this is the biggest stage of all.
Absolutely.
Even bigger stage coming July 15th to 18th, live from Chicago. As that ball is going to fall innocently to the ground. Now a 3rd and 6, and if you're Warren, you absolutely, this is a must get a first down here.
I mean, throw out a sack, that was not open either. That was about to be right to the safety. It's just, it really does feel like, I mean, it's kind of like you were saying to start the game, like Lucky figured out Warren's plan A, and then plan B has just been ugly.
That's terrible. Throws it up into triple coverage, and that's tipped down to the ground. A very disciplined play there by Lucky, and that's going to be roughing the passer, so that's an easy first down there by Warren.
Love to see roughing the passer on a non-user player, but bit of a bailout there. Obviously, Houston able to stay in this game.
King says, no, he has not. This is the biggest stage, the best commentator in BL history in CMass.
I mean, he said it, not me.
I can't argue it. I can't argue it. You're certainly the GOAT commentator, BL, man. I just kind of came in. You were already built a foundation.
Nah, dude, nah.
You already built a foundation.
You gave us professionalism. Nah, I won't hear that.
I would say I'm probably the more professional commentator of everybody else, but most of the clips are not professionalism. As we see, Holloman go ahead and get that one. Holloman, he's just an absolute stud, man. It was the first draft pick for the Texans of this cycle, 99 overall. It's just tough to stop.
Yeah, he's a menace. I'm a little surprised that Ben didn't do everything he possibly could to trade for Holloman, but at the same time, he might not have assets to trade for someone like Holloman. Well, it may have just been
he
that
tried
type of situation.
Everything he could to get a easy mode quarterback.
True.
Anyways. Thought he had a Y for a second. A's there. He throws it to McKinney. Does he have the body? Get in. No. Brought down by the tiny defensive back. I thought he'd have a little bit more muscle there. First and goal from the 6.
Yeah, may have had Y briefly. That's not a oh, okay.
Here we go. You know what that means? Henry Patterson is a shotgun formation. He's got an empty set. He's going to head drop like he wants up to McKinney. Not there. He's going to throw it to the corner. Double me doesn't work when they're doubled. And that's going to fall innocent to the ground. Second and goal. It barely works when they're single covered, to be honest.
I was about to say, you know that very well. I've seen you complain about that a couple times this season.
Kelsey brings the ratings. We're here for Justin's love and booger eating. I can't say it too loud.
No.
Patterson drops back. He could potentially have Y. No, he throws it to the Easley with his 3rd pick of the game. And ladies and gentlemen, this could be a pick 6. No, the offensive lineman able to go ahead and bring him down. Big play there by Easley. Inaccurate, he says. Yeah, I'd say so.
I don't understand. Like, Warren, he may just not be locked in whatsoever. But with that
he is. Yeah.
Out of mind, right? He's won, like, how many Super Bowls in top? Had a really good cycle. Really good season this season, obviously. This has just been like an ugly game out of Warren.
And, there's about matchups. And like I said before.
It sure is.
Lucky's, I would say, one of the better user linebacker or, user lurker defenders. Now, I haven't seen lurks out of him. Easley's just been out there balling. I knew he'd be a good player in the draft, and I was really shocked when he wasn't superstar. But Mahomes is going to hand it off to Barkley here with first one free, so we know what that means is he's going to head and juke this guy out of his socks. Okay, that could have probably just been one juke.
I don't know about that double juke. I'm not gonna lie.
He had to juke him 3 times. Top is fucking trash, apparently, says King. Oh, wow. King, I'll play you for $100, says Warren. Oh, shit.
Oh,
well, okay, King.
I know what I'm about to commentate. All right.
King, come on, King. $100 on the line. And off here to Barkley. Barkley trying to get to the edge there, and it's going to be brought down by number 11 on stream right now, says Warren.
I'm here for it. I'll commentate it.
I don't think King has it in him. That's $100, I mean.
King, prove us wrong.
Saint says I'll play you for free. Throws it out to Barkley. Barkley, again, I thought he could have that. Oh, my God. Big hit by 45. 3rd and 5. Taint I ain't home yet. My man's heart. Oh, King, come on. He just completely ignores it. Wow. Okay, King. I thought King was one of the, like the ballsier users, that somebody just talk a bunch of trash and go out there, go for a bunch of 4th downs and all that shit, but then just can't put the money on it.
Don't do anything stupid here, Lucky.
Oh, Jesus.
Lucky got stick! Lucky got stick!
What? Oh, okay. We're going to have to instant replay that. Let's see if we can get that in here in time. Yeah, we do get it in time. I'll let you know what happens in the next play here, but Mahomes just absolutely gets sticky. Dan says, what the fuck? Oh, my God. What a play there. Saquon only gets maybe a yard or 2 on the run. Oh, sorry. Elliott only gets a yard or 2. Second goal now from the 8-yard line.
Ezekiel Elliott's long-lost brother. I don't know. Man, I can't get over the last play. That was...
Oh, King says he'll play him, but he's not home. Oh, okay.
Sure.
Uh-huh. Mahomes is going to go ahead and let this one go down to the 2-minute warning. Put your 2-minute warnings in the chat.
No. It's too much. It's too much.
I need my 10 runs, says Warren. Oh, God. You better let him score then, Warren.
Shit.
You better let him score. Dan throws it in. Cody throws it in. Morty throws it in. 2 minutes in the chat. The 2-minute warning in the chat seems to be picking up steam. What did I say the one time? Like 3.5 or something.
But you said like put your 3.9 in the chat, something like
3
that.
plus 1 in the chat. Yep.
Oh yeah.
Hands it off to Barkley. Just let him in, Warren, if you need it. Nope. Call those timeouts, says Dan. Oh, here comes the chart.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure he's had plenty of passes.
Nah, he's over 30. Yeah, the chart doesn't matter.
Plays, Dan. He just needs it. And there's a timeout, and he will have the opportunity to get his runs in. I don't know how many he needs. I'll never forget.
3, I want to say. Well, we'll find out.
Yeah, I'll never forget when Ryan had the game locked down, and I played the worst game of my cycle, and I was losing to Ryan. I try to forget it every day. But he had the ball and could have kneeled it out, and I didn't have my 10 rushes in. I had to beg him. I said, please, punt it back to me, please. And you know what? Nice guy Ryan did end up punting it back to me so I could kneel it out and do the 10 rushes, but thank God. No, we have to bring out the chart when evaluating violations. We do, just to be sure, Dan. You can't be too sure. And what the fuck? Okay. I was going to say, he's passing it after all that? All right, there's a run, 2nd and 11. Warren, how many runs do you need, bud? 2-minute warnings in the chat just rolls off the tongue better, says Tate. He's not wrong.
Guess I'll start screaming that instead.
Put your 2-minute warnings in the chat. Oh, a little bit of celebrating there by Tony. I guess that was his 10 rush. There it is. Although he technically had it on the last one. So I expect him to just go ahead and run this one out. Giants 30, Houston 12. Your thoughts on this game, Connor?
Yeah, great game by Lucky. Obviously, had 2, very, very questionable decisions. But other than that, I mean, this was really the Barkley and Easley show, I guess, if you will. Barkley had something like 150 yards on the ground, got that first one free activated. It really was. The game was over, honestly, once that happened. And Easley, obviously, with 3 interceptions by Easley. Just an incredible game out of him. He will move up now to 7-2. He's in a battle right now. Me and Chap, of all people, me and Chap are both 7-2. He'll now move up to 7-2. It's gonna be a battle for that 2 seed. Obviously with Alex firmly in the first position at 8-0. But this is a big win for the Giants to kind of maintain position atop the division.
We got Dan's spam count in the chat right now. Daniel 00122356. That's Dan. You thought you'd be sneaky. A nice try there, Dan Rain. Nice try to be a little sneaky there with your burner. As we're going to see a kneel out here from Mahomes, sealing this win. Little Alex crying in the chat, probably. And probably not going to be able to win the division every season of this cycle. Although I think he has an opportunity to play him later. Warren says, good commentating. Thank you, Warren. Probably the best commentating crew he's ever heard in all of Madden Championship Series. Easily. Was the player of the game. Easily was. With those 3 interceptions. You like that segue? 4 interceptions. Yeah, he goes right to it. 4 interceptions. That's tough. Let's see if we get with any of the coaches here for post game. My guess is probably not. But
Lucky's. I guess Lucky's gonna get in here. He's usually pretty consistent about coming in here.
We'll see. But I don't know how locked in Warren was in for that game. Giants. Lucky was able to go ahead and sniff out kind of his game plan pretty early. And like I said at the beginning of the game, he's a much better user defender than I am as far as adjustments and using defenders to be able to go ahead and get those lurks. And he definitely showed it today and did a fantastic job. Warren, not his best game, but is a out of conference game. And I think he's still in the lead in his division. I don't think there's anybody else in that division. Titans, Jags, and Colts. I don't think. As we got the other coach here in the game, Lucky, the winning coach of the New York Giants, will go ahead and pull this one out. Lucky, your thoughts on the game?
That was a fun game. He's really good. That was I enjoyed doing that. He came out with some interesting looks on defense. Didn't seem like I could quite figure out what he was going to be doing, but Gunslinger kind of wins out in those situations. So just often enough, I was able to find the tight end on the corner, or I was able to just find the guys that got open. I think you mentioned it pre-game. He has one of the best passing defenses in the league, and it didn't feel like anything came that easy. But I do feel like Gunslinger just kind of puts it puts me on a different level than I was playing last year, and that's just a testament to how good Gunslinger is. Mm-hmm. Makes the game more fun.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Gotta say that. Yeah,
a lot more fun.
I'll give you credit. I said at the beginning or during the game, I said Lucky's usually good for one run a cycle, and he hasn't done it yet. And here comes Connor saying, maybe that Gunslinger can get him over the hump. But there was one read that was just absolutely Lucky-esque, where you just kind of threw it. We didn't know what you were thinking. You threw it directly to a defender. How do you, moving forward, because that's what's going to get you over the top, not just Gunslinger, but avoiding those. How do you kind of avoid those in the future?
I'm honestly not sure which one you're talking about because you could be talking about two different plays right now.
Short-term
But,
memory we gotta love to see it from Lucky with the short-term memory. Any good quarterback has short-term memory. There was one. Maybe Connor gave you a better idea of which one it was, but you were rolling out, and I think you just directly threw it to
the first one, the first pick.
Yeah,
gotcha. Yeah, I just found it. I'm watching the replay right now. So it was just a super late read. It was one of those like 3 outs. So I had like one guy going to the flat, one guy going to like the first sideline, and one guy doing a deep post. And there was one guy guarding both the flat and the mid. And I at first I wasn't sure. It looked like he was hovering and he might be able to defend both. So I just kind of waited for a second, rolled out to see what would happen, and then he kind of moved in a little bit. So I tried to throw to the mid at that point, but right as I threw it, he ran upfield, and it definitely, if he had just stayed still, he would have been wide open first down. But that's Madden, that happens all the time. And it kind of did look like I was trying to throw the guy who was crossing across the middle, who was guarded the entire time, but that was not quite my intention. It was just one of those tough ones, especially in that game situation where there's like a minute left in the second quarter. I just had to hold on to the ball and keep my lead. So I was frustrated in the moment, but it was mostly because I just waited too long on the read.
Yeah, I think you have Texans questioning their starting quarterback situation. They went directly to free agency and signed Dwayne Haskins. So there may be some quarterback controversy. Connor, any questions for the coach?
Yeah, great win, Lucky. Obviously I was, providing my typical just unbiased commentary here, just really just fair and balanced out of me.
Honestly, it was
I will say,
balanced, not gonna lie. I feel like,
thanks.
Yeah.
You're about to play Cody, which is tough, but after that, your schedule, sets up pretty well for you to potentially get that first kind of divisional win under your bucket here. Maybe able to beat out Little Ox for the first time. I want guarantees out of you. Are you winning the division this season?
Yes.
All right, that's my question.
All right, well, that was it. That was quick. Congratulations to Coach. We'll get your final thoughts here before we head, because I don't see Warren in here, so I anticipate he's not coming. But we'll get your final thoughts here, Coach, on this game before we let Connor kind of advertise the next game that's coming up.
Sure. I want to give a shout out to Saquon. This is the best game he's had all season. It's not that with getting Gunslinger, it's not that I've been deprioritizing the run, but I definitely go away from it a lot quicker when it's not working, and he just has not gotten started in any games this year. Yeah. So there's been a lot of games where he finished with like 12 to 13 carries just because I tried and it didn't work out, and I thought, why work on that if I know that I can make something happen with Gunslinger? So I think I'm playing better this year than last, but it was very refreshing to see Saquon just finally go off. He was just making everybody miss. He was a lot of fun to use today, and it was a fun game. Don't get those very often with this men, so count that as a good day. And thanks for coming, guys. I appreciate that.
No problem. It was a fantastic game. Thanks for it was very much a Madden game we enjoyed to commentate, which is kind of a defensive chess match at the beginning, and then one user pulls away. We always like those as opposed to the 68 to 62 games that we tend to get. Connor, hype us up for this next game that we have coming up later today.
Yeah, boys. What a matchup we have coming up at midnight Eastern. Obviously, the final remaining undefeated team, Josh All-In and company, are really doing their thing up in there in Chicago. It's 8-0 Chicago Bears coming up against these 6-3 Calamond. Sorry. Did you say something?
Lucky, did you just interrupt him in the middle of his getting us hyped? What the hell, bro?
I was being the hype man. Like, I was helping him. I was like he was going. I was like, Sorry, I killed your flow. I apologize.
Wow.
Usually he feeds on that. I don't usually feeds on that.
I don't think I can continue this.
Yeah, wow. Don't even bother watching later, I guess, guys. All thanks to Lucky. No, but we've got
Eastern. It's the Bears. It's the Vikings. What a matchup, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be me and Jesse. Maybe a little Alex too. I don't know. It sounds like he has no heart. It sounds like he's going to go to bed. We're out here. Better League Network. Get the donations in. Get the fours in. It's going to be an absolute hellacious game out of these two. I'm fired up. Put your fours in the chat.
Get in here later at midnight Eastern for that game, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for everybody that was in here. Cody for the for the Prime sub, and Cam also resubscribing for 22 straight months. 22 straight months, Lucky. Can you believe that? 22 months. Battle League Network has been in existence, and we're hopefully we get another 22 months out of it. Thank you all so much for watching. We're gonna go ahead and get back on here at 12 Eastern, as he said before. Thanks so much. Have a good night.